Or they should have did it here.
I think if they could have got the okay.
Yeah, got the okay.
There might have been some kind of commitment as far as that concerned. Yeah. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I know especially after yesterday, that I've got to do this. I have to do a few things to chill and do this thing tonight. That's it. Yeah. That's it. I'm going all day yesterday.
How you guys? How's out there? Basolo will be cutting the mic on and off because they playing music. I know how to fix copyrights. I'm so sick of copyrights. Yes, I am. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is nice. Good. Got me a calendar. I just need to get a spoon. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Sis, you know where I'm at, right? First table. Way up there. Yeah. How you doing? Good morning. Look what Babe Solo got. Bam.
White chick is called Thornton Township.
Oh, yeah.
She drove my car.
We will be starting soon. But right now we're having a little breakfast. Yeah, breakfast.
I couldn't get in and lay down. I could feel it moving to that side. I couldn't raise my legs.
Was it big? Because when they took me away from Bishop Davis Paper, 42nd, South Chicago.
It's gonna be nice. Very nice. I know I'm gonna get a copyright, but that's okay. I can fix it. I'll fix it. I'll just keep it running, guys. I'm gonna not mute my mic. So thank you for coming to Bay Solo channel. This is my community. This is Dolton. We get information here. And it looks like we got a lot gonna happen today.
My insurance paid like $1,400. So they sent me a bill for $1,200. And I wouldn't pay it. And they said they were gonna go out to the election. And I called Stan Urban because he knew.
Looks like the Park District is gonna do some work. Or you can sit where you're, you know. Yeah.
I didn't have no connection. I did mine.
Oh, you did? Yeah. And I didn't want it.
Oh, they got what's going to happen in January on here. Okay, I like that. So what's happening in February? They got the time and everything here. That's great. Okay, this is March. Okay, it's nice. Okay, what's up with November? November got a lot of stuff happening. Okay. Okay, Dolton Park District gave us some calendars. So we're going to have a lot of information going to be talked about today. Yes, it is. And we got the mental health wellness lady here that's opened up in Dolton. They're also here. and a lot of people came out. Even though it's raining, we came out. We have to come out. It's best to come out to get information that's going on in our community. And Bay Solo not only come just to record, I come to know what's going on in my community. This is Dolton, Illinois. Yes. Yes, we are Dolton. We are united. They're going to do a lot of changes, I see. They're going to discuss this in the meeting.
Oh, really?
I hope I can get a moderator to put some rules up in the chat. I need a moderator. Who gave you that ticket? I didn't get no ticket for the raffle. Why didn't give me one? I've been sitting here. Who passing out the ticket? Who? Oh, thank you. Oh, you said Brittany? Oh, okay. That's fine. I need to get one from her. Let me go get a ticket from Brittany. Let me leave everything sitting right here. There's information on residence and commercial property they gave us. I got my raffle ticket.
I got you.
Thank you, Tiny, for arriving for Bay Solo. Good morning. Good morning to you. Oh, wow. This is when you can file a complaint.
I just go along with whatever place you with. I just go with it. I don't care.
Okay.
How you doing, Robert?
Information for Dolton residents. And I got my calendar. These are the things I need to take home. And I'm going to eat. I think I'm going to eat my yogurt. I haven't had breakfast, and I like the idea of the fruit. Yes. Yes.
I just looked up and got there.
Smile.
So yours is on your phone?
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, man. Right here. But I keep mine black. The white mess with my eyes. So I set up a black background.
This is Sandra email me since she was
Sarah, I was getting the food right. Dude, what are you doing? I saw other people getting it. I could hear it. I kept the plate. You know what happened? Yeah, bro. It was 3 people from was getting this food. The dude that I worked with. What are you doing, Mason?
All right, good morning.
Good
How's
morning.
everybody doing today?
Good.
All right, I'm trying to see if the gloomy weather brought down the spirits or if I see smiles. I don't see them. I see eyes, not teeth.
Smiles.
Eyes, not teeth. Okay. All right, so welcome. We have another Happy New Year to everybody. We're so glad to be here. And this gathering and the first team of the trustees of this new year. I want to make sure that we start off with giving our acknowledgments to our elected officials, and then we have a fantastic presentation coming for everyone here on, because who thinks their property taxes are too high? All right, well, Ms. Dana is guaranteed we get everybody's taxes. We're going to do everything we can, we'll do everything we can to assist in getting the property taxes to the right level. So with that being said, I want to make sure I give a special acknowledgement and thank you to Dolton Park District for their continued partnership with the youth of the space. I know we have people with us. We have Commissioner Sandra Wells coming in. Give a round of applause. We have our district president, Cleo Jones. And Cleo is in right here already telling you, bear down. We're going to win this tonight. On our board is Gail Towers, Kyle Rochelle, and my looking like my queen, Commissioner Willis Harris. Also present with us, we have our former village trustee, Robert Pearson. So we want to thank you for joining us as always. I'm scanning for other elected officials before I speak about our board. Am I missing any other elected officials? Okay, so I do want to give thanks and acknowledgement to some of the fantastic team for the village of Dolton that are here that always make things work. We have our superintendent for public works, Derek Bunch.
There's really no medicine there. It's all vitamins.
I am going to say something. The first couple of months of our
And mine is all
administration,
medicine.
I would go to different events and people say, over here you got this pothole, over here you got
That's all.
every 10 steps. I was reading
Oh,
what you
food
it
Only
was,
take 2
hey, missing pothole.
Take
So,
overnight.
but under the superintendent Bunch's leadership, we do not have anywhere near that level of concern. I want to say thank you to you for you and your team. Also with us, Commander Michelle Staples from the Dolton Police Department. Held our team together throughout the last administration and is doing great work along with our chief, Jeffrey Chapman. So we want to thank you and all of your team for all that you're doing. And then with our communications, humble as he may be, Warren behind right here. With all of the communications, the emails, everything you see on social media, we want to thank you for all that you are doing with our team and always keeping us with the pastries were donated. So Golden Brewer said, I don't give him enough acknowledgement for all of his talents as a DJ.
Yes.
The food, so I can get recognition of it. They Golden Brewer, thank you. So I also want to make sure I'm acknowledging our board of trustees. So not physically present here today, but always working hard behind the scenes is Trustee Tammy Brown. Also glad campground who is not here today. We want to make sure we give him acknowledgement. The trustee Jan.10, not present. And today I'm certain you're going to hear from the two trustees present, Trustee Edward Steve and Trustee Brittany Norwood. Brittany got a new year, new look. And we want to acknowledge our village clerk, Allison Key, who I think is the most amazing clerk of the year for last year. So, having said that, we're going to come back and we'll do some talking points, a little bit more about what's going on in Dolton, but I do want to turn it over. We are fortunate to have from Commissioner Larry Ryder's office, who's been assisting everyone with tax appeals. How long has Commissioner Ryder's been there? For more than 20 years, helping us to make sure that our taxes are rated at the right level, and if they're not, they bring their to help us bring it down. I do see a library board trustee, Elizabeth Gonzalez, walking in. And not here today as well, but we always have to acknowledge the library board president, Louise Copeland. Today is her birthday. So for those who see her, you get to be a birthday list. Okay. So I'm going to turn it back over to Commissioner Rogers' office and Dana Pointer, who has been a great partner over the years and has been looking forward to working with our community. So thank you for coming out. And Ms. Pointer has a great presentation.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good to see you guys. Thank you for having me in Dolton. Again, my name is Dana Pointer, and I am here on behalf of your commissioner, Commissioner Larry Rogers Jr. So we're going to go through the process of filing an appeal at the Board of Review and just give you guys some of the background about things that have been going on. All right? Now, first, one of the main reasons that you want to appeal is that your assessment is too high. How many people's assessment is too high and they feel it's out of whack? That is one of the main reasons that people appeal with us at the Board of Review. Another reason, if you recently purchased your property. So, if you purchased your property in the past 3 years, and just say the assessor is saying your property is worth $300,000 and you only paid $200,000, that is a discrepancy. If you have recently completed an appraisal or you've had your property refinanced in the past 3 years, you can submit that as evidence as well. Now, if your property is vacant, if you've had any fire, flood, water damage, any of those things, you can file appeals. We'll want to see any insurance claims, pictures of the damage, if you received any funds from FEMA. Any of those things can be used as evidence. So you can submit that, and it has to be within the tax year. All right? Now, go ahead to the next one. Okay, now I want to talk to you guys about the property tax cycle. Now, you guys know your tax bills were late, right? You're supposed to get those several months ago, but you didn't get it until a December 15th due date, right? We're going to talk about where things kind of went off key. Now, how many of you guys have heard about Tyler Technology? Okay, these are things that you guys need to be paying attention to. Tyler Technology got a contract with the county to put us totally online and update everything, to change things from the mainframe database that we use to process all the information into this new system. The system didn't work too good. Okay? So, first you start with the Cook County Assessor. The Cook County Assessor is the department that assesses every single property in Cook County. Whether it's residential, whether it's farmland, whether it's a single family home, whatever it is, the assessor assesses 1.9 million parcels of property and sets a value for them. Within the assessor's office, you can also file an appeal. You can also handle your exemptions. I want you guys to remember that your exemptions are the most important thing you need to pay attention to, because what do? Save you money. So the assessor's office is the department that you will go to handle that, and they also handle certificates of error. If the assessor has made an error, you can fill that out and try to get Cook County, because we are one of the largest counties. Cook County, because we are one of the largest counties in the United States. we are assessed at 10% for residential properties and 25% for commercial. So because the rest of the state is at 33 1/3, the Department of Revenue comes up with a factor to make sure it's fair throughout the state. Okay? That's where the first hiccup came because they could not produce their information. All right? Then from there, we go to our local governments. So that's where they come and say, hey, we need money, X amount of dollars for the schools, X amount of dollars for the fire department, X amount of dollars for the police, in order for our city, village, or town to function properly. All right? That's where they get all of that information and submit it to the clerk. This is where the other holdup came. Because of the holdup initially with the Department of Revenue, everything started getting further and further and further behind. And because that information hadn't been complete, the clerk's office could not come up with your tax rate. The tax rate is what is used based on what your local governments need. So it took them forever to be able to do that. After they get that information, then it goes to Maria Pappas, to your clerk, and she prints the bills, sends it out for payment, and collects the money. That is how the property tax cycle goes. Some people, don't know, they just know what's due, and that they're tired of paying it. So that is the cycle. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the assessor's office. Now, you guys have missed the time frame to file an appeal with the assessor's office. But if you are missing an exemption, you need to get on top of that and fill out the form I told you guys, certificate of error. Okay? Go ahead to the next one. So, I want to talk to you guys about the exemptions because these are the things that save you money. You can have up to 4 exemptions on your primary residence at one time. You should not be getting any exemptions on your income property or any other property that you're not living in. Okay? If you are getting an exemption on another property, you're going to get a nice letter in the mail from the assessor. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you've been getting this exemption on this property for the past 3 years. You owe us $5,265 today. No payment plan, they want a lump sum. And if you don't pay it, they put a lien on your property.
Right.
So they'll get their money regardless, okay? Don't do that. Just your primary residence where you live. Now, the first exemption that everyone should at least have on their property is your homeowner's exemption. To get that, you must live in the property and for it to be your primary residence. All right? Second exemption, I'm going to talk about a couple for my seniors. If you are a senior citizen and you are at least 65 years of age, you can apply for the senior citizens exemption. You must live on the property, this must be your primary residence, be on the deed, and be 65. If you turn 65 January 2nd, you have to wait until the next tax year to take advantage of that.
Right.
Okay, you have to be 65 as of January 1st of the tax year. All right? The second exemption I want to talk to you guys about is the senior freeze. This is one of the most beneficial exemptions that you can have, the senior freeze. You must live in the property, be your primary residence, be on the deed, be 65 years of age, and your total household income needs to be $65,000 or less. So when they say total household income, they're talking about anyone in your house that's working. So if you're a senior and you have one of your kids or your grandkids living with you and they're working, they want you to add that to whatever Social Security or whatever you may be getting pensions. As long as it's $65,000 or less, you can take advantage of that. Now there have been some talks about trying to get that number bumped up, but it has not gone into legislation or anything yet, but there are talks about increasing that because it used to be $55,000. So they did increase it to 65, so they're trying, to see what can be done to increase that, but that's what it is right now. All right? Now, for anyone who is a veteran that has returned from active duty within the past year, you can apply for the returning veterans exemption. If you are a disabled veteran with a service-related disability, you can apply for that. You get a letter every year from the VA which will say what percentage you are deemed disabled. If you are deemed at least 30% disabled by the VA, you can apply for this disabled veterans exemption. If you are over 70% disabled, then you will pay no taxes on the property that's $250,000 or less in value. So, say your house is worth $300,000. That first $250 you will be taxed on, and the other $50 you will pay taxes. All right?
Pretty cool for the
And then if you are a disabled person, if you have a disability, you get money from the state for your disability. You'll take the paperwork into your primary care or your specialist to say what your ailment is, and then they can decide if you qualify for those exemptions. Now, these are just some. There are more on the assessor's website. If you go to their website, which is www.cookcountyassessor.com, you'll be able to see that. Just click on exemptions, and they will give you a full list of the exemptions and also the criteria. The things that we discussed, they'll have all of that written down so you can do it. And some of them you can file online. You don't have to go in, and if you want to print it out as well, you can do that. All right? Now, I want to show you guys how to calculate your tax bill. All right? First things first, in this example, the property is worth $250,000, right? The level of assessment for residential properties, what I tell you guys it was? 10%. So 10% of 250,000 is what? 25,000. That is the proposed assessed value. That is the only number that we at the Board of Review can make changes to. All right? You remember we talked about the equalization factor that the Department of Revenue comes up with. We don't set that. And then we also don't set what exemptions you get. So in this particular calculation, they're only able to get the homeowner's exemption. And the tax rate that we used in this particular example is 21%. So a $250,000 home in an area where the tax rate is 21%, they're going to be paying about $13,735 for taxes. Okay? Now, go ahead. So, first installment tax bill. When you guys get your first installment tax bill, that is just a 55% estimate of what you paid the prior year. This tax bill will not have any of your exemptions. If you received a reduction from us at the Board of Review, it wouldn't be reflected on here. All right? Next one. The next one is your second installment. Now, most people, when they see their second installment, they look at the top, see what's due, put it back in the envelope, close it up. They don't look at it anymore. So I want you guys to look at a couple things on here because you want to make sure you're getting what you're due. All right? At the top section, outside of what's due, is going to have the address of your property, your township, your PIN number. Your PIN number is like your social security number for your property. Anything you want to do with your property, you need your PIN number. That information is going to be at the top. Also at the top is going to be the classification of your property. And we use that when we're looking for comparables and sales data to try to help with your appeal. All right? The next section in the middle, it says where your money goes. This is going to be a breakdown of where every piece of your tax bill dollars are going. So you're going to see schools. You know the schools take the majority of your tax dollars. Okay? So you're going to see school, fire, water reclamation, park districts. All of those things are going to be there so you can see where your money is going. The next section is very important that I want you to check every time you get your second installment tax bill. In the tax calculator box is going to be your exemptions, and it's going to show you how much you're getting off for your exemptions. If you see a $0 amount next to an exemption you should be getting, what does that mean? You're not getting it. So that means you need to contact the assessor's office and get what form? Certificate of error. All right? They can go back up to 3 years at the assessor's office to correct those problems. And then they will send you a check in the mail for overpayment. Now, they are quite far behind with those certificates of error because of those issues with their Tyler technology systems and stuff. I'm gonna give everybody some homework. I want you guys, when you get home, to just type in Tyler Technologies. And just, seriously, just to take a look and see what was kind of going on with that, because we want to be informed, right? We want to know what's going on and what the holdup was, because that's a big holdup from August to December. Okay, so those are things I want you guys to look up. Now, the important messages box, if you are due a refund, it will tell you in there. If you owe money, it will tell you in that important messages box. So the font is teeny tiny, like a 7 or a 6. So you might want to put your glasses on a little bit so you can check it out. But check those boxes for sure, every year. Very important. Okay? Now we're going to talk about us at the Board of Review. Again, if you are dissatisfied with the decision from the assessor's office, you can come to us and we can take a look at it. You can file an appeal every year for your assessment. Whether you received your tax bill or not, you can file an appeal with us, okay? I tell people you should definitely file with us because the benefit with the Board of Review is that if you file with us, we will not raise your assessment. Even if we see other sales in your area that may say your assessment should be higher, we will just no change you and leave you alone. So that is one of the benefits about filing at the Board of Review. I tell people you need to file every year just to stay on top of it. Because once you miss that deadline, it's over for that year, and you're going to have to wait until the next tax year to file an appeal. Also, you pay your taxes 1 year in arrears. So you were paying your 2024 taxes in 2025. In 2026, you'll be paying your 2025 taxes. Okay? All right. Now, when we look for evidence at the Board of Review, one of the first ways we look is for comparable properties. When we talk about a comparable property, we're talking about a property that is similar to yours. We want to find something that is similar in age, square footage, identification, and location. So if your home is new construction, I don't want to compare that to a 100-year-old home. If your home has 1,000 square feet, I don't want to compare that to a 7,000 square foot home. I want to find something as similar to your property as possible. So we're going to be looking within a 1-mile radius of your property to kind of see what's going on. The other good thing about the Board of Review is that we also consider foreclosure sales, whereas the assessor's office does not. All right? Now, more recently, as you guys know, it's been a more healthier market for purchasing and selling properties, so there are not as many foreclosures and short sales as there have been in the past. Okay? And then again, when I told you guys, we also look at sales. We'll look at sales. You know, there's a lot of subdivisions and things out here. We'll look at sales within your community, see what's going on, and make a decision based on that. If you had a fire, flood, water damage, again, we want to see pictures. We want to see insurance claims. If you had a fire, we want to see a fire report, police reports. All the pictures you have of damage. If you have to do an insurance claim, all of those things, FEMA documents, those can be used as evidence. Please remember, if you are doing an appeal, based on water, flood, any type of damage, the appeal has to be for that year. You can't say, oh, I had water damage in 2022, and you want us to do something about it today. As soon as it happens, start gathering that data so you can get that appeal in, okay? All right, next, for commercial property. If you own commercial property and your property is in an LLC or any type of business entity, you must have an attorney. If your commercial property is in your name and the property is occupied by you, you can file on your own, all right? If the property is owner-occupied, we want to see an appraisal that has been completed in the past 3 years. That is a requirement. If you have a leased or rented property, we want to see rent rolls, 3 years of your IRS schedulees, pictures. If the commercial property is vacant, we want to see any way you're trying to mitigate your losses, whether you have it listed on MLS, whether you have a for sale sign in the window. Whatever you're trying to do to get someone in there and to get that vacancy taken care of, we want to see all of those things. And if you have the proper evidence, we can grant you vacancy for 1 year. All right? So those are things to think about. Now, For those of you who own condominiums, if you have a condo, we look at sales that occurred in the past 3 years. You hear me say 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. That is recent. So any sales that have occurred in your complex within the past 3 years, we will look at those as evidence. Okay, go ahead. Now, there are some things that you should know. As I told you guys, each township is open for a 30-day period. Once that period has passed, that's it. You're gonna have to wait until the next tax year, all right? Also, there are 3 commissioners at the Board of Review. Your commissioner is Commissioner Larry Rogers Jr. All 3 commissioner staffs are gonna look at your file, and then there will be a vote. 2 to 3 wins, whatever decision that is, will go for you guys. Again, either you will get a change, a reduction, or you will be left alone, all right? So it will not count against you. And then it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for you to get that decision back after your township closes, and you'll receive a letter from us to let you know if there was not a change. And if you do receive a reduction, that will be reflected on your second installment tax bill that you're gonna get in 2026. All right, now, these are the townships that are open to February 3rd. You see your township, Thornton Township is up there. Thornton Township closes when? February 3rd. So, let's be clear what February 3rd means. If you file online, you have until 11:59 p.m. on February 3rd. Do not go online at 11:50 and try to do your appeal. At 11:59, they will kick you out. Okay? So don't wait till the last minute. If you're going to take your form home and you're going to mail it in, don't wait till the last minute. You need to hand carry your letter into the post office to make sure that it is postmarked before February 3rd. Even if we get it after February 3rd, as long as that postmark is accurate to have before February 3rd, we will accept it. All right? Your best bet is to fill it out here now and give it to me. And I'll take it in, you don't have to worry about it. All right? That's the option. But of course, some people want to take it home, you want to look at some things. Whatever you want to do is fine. But you have till when? All right, next one. So these are the other townships that are closed. If you have any friends that live in Bremen, any of these areas, Calumet Township, Worth, all of these are closed. So they're out of luck. They're gonna have to wait till next year. All right, now I'm gonna go over this form. Everybody has a form. If you don't have a form, raise your hand. All right, let's get them some forms. If you have more than one property, you need more than one form. Who needs more than one form? Okay, we're gonna pass these out. I wanna do it together so we can get it done. And it's a simple form. Also too, how many people didn't bring their tax bill or their PIN number? Tisk. Everybody's getting a mark off. No, I'm just kidding. If you didn't bring it, it's fine. We'll look it up based on your address. So don't let that deter you from filling it out. We'll look up your property based on your address. And if I have any issues, I'll give you a call. It'll be me. All right? We'll take questions at the end. I got you. I'll answer any questions so you guys can get back to your eating and fellowship. All right? So, right up here, Michael. Right there. All right, so let's start at the top.
I got a pen.
Permanent index number. That is your PIN number. If you do have it, put it down. One number per box. If you don't have it, he's coming around to you guys. 1 second. He's grabbing a few more forms. If you don't have it, that's fine. Now, hold on 1 second. You guys have all right, I'm just helping out here. This is my stuff. Everybody got a form? Everybody got one? Oh, you need one? Here you go. You need one? Okay. You need one? Sorry. All right. You need one? No, I didn't. Okay, I said Calumet Township is closed. Calumet City is in Thornton Township, so you're still good to go. All right, so back to the form. The second section says You are the appellant. So we want you to put your name, your mailing address, phone number, and an email if you have it. All right? Also, I see he's passing out those great blue pens. Do not fill out this form in pink, purple, red, lime green, black, blue ink only. Okay? You need a pen, ma'am? Okay, we need a pen up here in the front, sir. We need a second. Thank you. All right. So after you put your name, address, all of that information, the second section says location and identification of real estate. If you are appealing your mailing address, you're going to check that box that says same as above. If you are appealing a different address, you're going to put that on the address line. All right? Again, if you have more than one property, you're going to fill out more than one form. All right? Now, over to the side, you'll see these lines numbered. Now, some people may have 2 PIN numbers for their property. Their property may be on 2 lots. Some people may have an additional PIN for your garage. You're going to put those on the lines 1 through 4. That is not for comparable properties. That's only for your property if you have more than 1 PIN number. All right? All right, next. Back under location and identification of real estate, it says description of property. Some of you are going to check single family home. Some of you may have a townhome or condo. Whatever type of property you have, check that box. If you have a 2-flat or a 3-flat, you would say 6 apartments or less. All right? Now, the next one is a question. It says year purchase. If you purchased your property within the past 3 years, write the year and amount. If you purchased your property more than 3 years ago, leave it blank. Okay? The next section says status of appellant. Most of you guys are going to be the owner, so you're going to check the owner box. Some of you all may be the beneficiary of the estate or something. You're going to check that box. Whatever the situation is for you, you're going to check it. Now, the next one is a question. It says, do you plan to submit additional evidence? Now, there are some people I've seen that have a binder. They've got pictures. They've got, hundreds of pages of stuff they want to submit. If you have that, great. If you don't, that is fine as well. We will do the work for you. We will look up comparable properties. We will look up recent sales. We will do all of those things for you. So if you don't have evidence, don't be upset. Don't worry about it. You can just check no. If you do have something, you can check yes. If you don't have that evidence today to turn in with your form, that is okay too. You can either take your form with you and mail everything in, or you can submit your form to me and mail in your evidence later. You just need to make sure you put your name and PIN number on each sheet of your evidence that you will be submitting separately. Okay? The next question is in red. It says, I request a hearing before the Cook County Board of Review. So in the past, you guys would have to come downtown to City Hall, pay like $50 in parking, and then come upstairs and talk to one of me or my colleagues and tell us why you think you should receive a reduction. Since COVID, we changed that to where we'll call you, and we'll have a call conference to discuss what's going on with your property. Now, I tell people to do that if there are extenuating circumstances, you have an ongoing issue that has not been addressed, you may want to have a hearing. When you do, you'll receive a letter in the mail or an email to let you know what day and block of time your hearing will be. So they may say, hey, your hearing is going to be Monday between 9 and 11 a.m. And analysts like myself and my colleagues will call you and we'll talk to you about your property. If the analyst wants more evidence or needs anything else from you, they will request it at that time. All right? But you do not have to have a hearing. You can leave that blank. If you do want to have it, please check that box. And then I'm going to answer questions at the end. The next thing is the most important part. Sign the form where it says signature of appellant or attorney. You're going to sign the form. If you don't sign the form, it is not valid. Then I have to call you. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, it's me. I told you to sign the form. Now I have to mail you out another form. You gotta mail it back to me. We gotta go back and forth. So let's make sure that everyone signs the form before you leave, okay? That is the gist of the form. I'm gonna quickly go over appealing online so you guys can do that. Some people are tech savvy and they would prefer to go online. Also, this information in our website is in the packet and stuff that you got. So all of these emails and phone numbers that we discussed are in your packet, all right? Now, if you want to file online, you're going to go to www.cookcountyboardofreview.com, or you can just type in Cook County Board of Review in your Google search. Once you get to the website, you will see this screen. You are going to click where it says Submit Appeal at the top, or in the middle section where it says File and Appeal. If you click on either one of them, they will get you to this next screen. When you get to this next screen, it is going to say Submit Appeal. At the top, it says Log in and register. I want you guys to not submit your appeal as a guest. If you submit your appeal as a guest, you will not be able to go back and track your appeal. You won't be able to see the notes that the analysts put in when they worked your file. You won't be able to see anything. So take the extra 2 minutes to create a username and password. Only takes a couple minutes. From there, they're going to ask you what type of appeal. The type of appeal that you all are doing is that your property is over-assessed. Okay? That is the type of appeal. Then they're going to ask you for your PIN number. Remember I told you guys that's on your tax bill and everything? You need your PIN number. If you don't remember it, they can help you where it says click here. You'll put your address in, and it will auto-populate your PIN number. All right? From there, they're going to ask if you're a board-registered attorney. Most of you will not be. And then the next part, you will submit your appeal, and you're done. Either you can upload evidence if you have that. You can do that. If not, you'll be able to go to the end, and you're done. All right? Now, this is also in your packet. I want you to save this information. Commissioner Rogers wanted to make sure that everyone is able to file an appeal. There are some people who do not have access to laptops and desktops. And you guys know when you're trying to fill out stuff on government sites and try to do it from your phone, it can be a headache. And sometimes you can't do it. So Commissioner Rogers wanted to make sure that everyone has access, and he created this mobile service where you will text the phone number 872-345-4747, and you will text the word FILE, F-I-L-E. Once you do that, you will receive a link right back to your phone that you can click on, and you can file your appeal from your phone. A lot of people, you know, you got your email, you got pictures and stuff on your phone, so sometimes it's easier for you to access some of those things with your cellular device. All right? If you also want to stay up to date about other events like this that we do when we come into your community and serve you guys, you will text the word EASY JOIN, EASY, to that same phone number, and you'll start to receive updates about when townships are opening and closing, and also when we will be hosting other events in the area. All right? So this is our contact information. Again, it is in your packets, so you don't have to write it down. You guys have it on hand. And I'm going to open it up for questions. I know you guys have other topics to discuss, some of the improvements that are going on in Dolton that seem to be amazing. So I'm going to do quick questions, and I also want you guys to know that I am leaving some forms with your mayor, and he will have them in office for you guys. I will be making a special trip to pick the forms up from his office on February 3rd. No, That's the date that you have. I'm not picking them up on the 3rd. They'll be picked up on like the 1st, like a couple days before. I will pick them up from his office. If you guys want to ride the line and, you know, dilly-dally a little bit and wait to the last, that's on you. But I'm going to come, seriously, a couple days before the 3rd, I will be picking them up from his office and taking them in for you guys. But again, you guys were right. You have until the 3rd. Don't wait till 11:59 to do it online, and make sure if you do mail it, you make sure it's hand carried to the post office. So I'm gonna take these quick questions, give it back to the mayor so you can get done. Thank you guys for your patience in dealing with me with this presentation. All right, yes, sir.
Going back to commercial property, LLCs or corporations, is the action word shall or must?
Must.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, ma'am?
As far as the senior citizen exemption freeze, will I be able to get both of them?
Yes, ma'am.
Year after, so I'll have three then, the home exemption and the two senior freezes.
Right, the senior exemption is just based on age, the freeze is income and age. All right, yes, ma'am.
I was,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
I received a letter
Mhm.
that said that my, analyzed the assessment appeal and supporting document of determining the assessed valuation should remain as.
And who's gonna handle that?
Cook County assessment.
And who was that? Chris Cagle. I work for Larry Rogers Jr. He denied you, so that's why you gonna file with us to see if we can do something for you.
Awesome, so what I'm doing now is.
Correct,
Dispute this.
correct.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
My taxes went up, way up, and it looks like, it said I was given all three of my exemptions, the homestead, low income senior, the senior, and the homeowners. But it looks like I was not given hardly anything on the homestead exemption.
So what you can do is, she said that she feels it's an issue with her exemption, the amount that she was getting. So what you will do, your township assessor is Cassandra Elson. You want to go to her office, I'm not sure if you have to make an appointment, but they can check the values on there to see if there's an error. And if it needs to be corrected, they can print you out a corrected tax bill.
I went there when I first got the taxes, actually before I got it in mail, when I got it online immediately. And I was told there that I had to go to either downtown or Bridgeport and make an appointment. And I couldn't get through to either one.
You're not, you're gonna have to go in there. I'm just gonna be 100% transparent. That's one of the main issues with the county assessor's office. You call and they're not gonna answer the phone. So unfortunately, I tell people, because they close satellite offices, you know, they used to have one in the Market Courthouse. That's closed. The only one that's really open is Skokie. Okay?
Wow.
So they're forcing to have to go downtown. Though it may be an inconvenience, you need to get in their face and kind of talk to them. Because trying to do it through the phone, I've heard nothing but horror stories. So that's my suggestion. Next question, yes, ma'am?
Can I go back to the township? Should they be able to do it?
If they told you to go downtown, go downtown.
They said Bridgeport.
I just told you my suggestion. Yes, ma'am.
I filled out in October with Cook County homeowners relief, with my, taxes, and I was denied, and
I don't know what you're talking about. You said homeowners relief?
it's Cook County homeowners relief,
Okay.
and I was denied, with my taxes, so I was wondering if that's something that's similar with you guys, or is it connected with you guys?
No, that's not connected with us, that's a total separate entity. So you can still file with us to see if we can make any movement based on comparables or sales data in your area. That's a separate, like, fund that they do. Yes, ma'am?
Okay.
Talk real loud.
The message section of my tax bill says refund due. Is it automatic, or do I have to go somewhere and apply online and apply?
If they said you do a refund, that means you're in the queue. So right now, to be honest, I've been hearing it might be 6 months before you get that money back. It used to be like a 6 to 8 week period, but because of the technology issues, it's making it kind of difficult to get those things out. Even if you go to the assessor's website, they'll have a blurb at the top that's saying that the certificates of error are behind. So it may be a while. Keep that information that you have and just continue to check up after a couple months to see what the status is. That's my suggestion. Yeah. Yes, ma'am?
My question is that the house is in probate, so do I put my husband's name as the name of the appellant?
Is who's on the probate? Is there a executor or?
I am the executor.
So you put your name on there and his.
Both both?
Both.
And so do I say owner or executor
Put executive.
only? And how do I sign? Do I sign Mrs.?
You sign.
My first name?
Your name.
So I say Mrs. and then my name, like that?
You don't have to write Mrs., you can just put your first and last name and signature.
Okay. So should I put both names where it says name of appealant?
Yes, at the top, yes ma'am.
Okay, I'll say both first names,
And last names.
both first name and, okay.
Yes ma'am. Let me get in the back. Yes ma'am?
I know it's February 3rd is the cutoff time. Is that a yearly thing always for Thornton Township?
No. So it varies. So our schedule depends on the assessor's schedule. So whenever he opens up townships and closes them and certifies, then that gives us the right to look at it because he's finished his work. So it can vary each year. Yes, ma'am. Take a couple more and get it back to the mayor. Yes?
I can turn this in today?
Yes, you can. We're gonna collect those from you guys. Also, again, if you guys take them to the mayor's office, I'll probably come on the 1st, not the 3rd of February, to pick those up from his office. If you guys wait until the last minute, remember everything that I told you guys. I'm gonna take one more question and then I'm gonna sit down and I'll take those forms from any of you all. And I wanna again thank the mayor for allowing us to come and to be here and to service you guys. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I love to help. I love to make sure that we're educated and know what's going on, because if we don't, we'll be in a bad place. And when we come together in masses, it makes a difference. Last question, anybody? Everybody good? Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. So let's give another round of applause for Ms. Pointer and all that great information. You see the passion on making sure that we're able to get every exemption possible. And I want to commend Commissioner Rogers for the great work that he's been doing for more than the last 20 years. There are sometimes people will erroneously try to accuse the Commissioner's office of raising the taxes, and that's farthest thing from the truth. They've been doing wonderful work, so thank you again for all you're doing. We're going to transition now into, we have a couple of people, I don't want to say presentations, we have a couple of announcements we want to make sure. We're going to start with Dolton Park District. I think President Cleo Jones wanted to talk about some of the great work that's going on here in Dolton Park District. It's President Jones. Here come on, President Jones, and while he's coming up, we do have Vice President Gail Tower from the Dolton Park District President. So we want to
Happy New Year's to everyone.
Happy New Year.
So Thursday night we had a business mixer. It was a business mixer that was involved in the community and all the businesses throughout Calumet City and on the outbound, not Calumet City, Dolton, on the outbound of Dolton as well. So we got together to talk about, like the mayor said, all the great things that's going on in the park district. If you look at all the renderings, all these projects are in the mix right now. They are going to happen April. They're going to be installed. We have our executive director, Lynette Hall, back in the back. Let's give her a hand. We have the board of commissioners in the back. We have the vice president Towers back there, Commissioner Wells back there, and Commissioner Willis-Harris, and Commissioner Rochelle. And also we have our media person, Katrina Cotton, in the building as well. So, let me tell you real quick about what's happening here. So, if you look at all of these renderings across the way, 90% of these renderings are going to take effect in April. This side here, this is our fitness park that's going to happen in Triangle Park on 154th and Greenwood. So, this fitness course will be installed in April. This blue fitness course will be installed in April. So, what that fitness course entails is Blue Shield, so we're gonna come out and work out, and it's gonna have a QR code on it. As you work out, you can scan it in, and if you have a good fitness component of your insurance, you get a discount. You see, I'm checking that. So that is a component where you can come out and work out. You're gonna drive out, you're gonna put rails across the way, so you won't get distracted while you're driving down the street and crash into something. So this is gonna happen in April. So these two playgrounds here. So the playgrounds over at Candy Cane on what is that again? 144th and Minerva. this is going to be a park, new playground is going to be installed. It is here already. If you look at our Western playgrounds are here, and going to be installed coming in April. And the one below here is going to Meadowlands. Meadowlands is located over by the cemetery. So this will be installed over at Meadowlands Park, and that will be repurposed. The cemetery is going to be repurposed. We're going to do something special because that's a historical cemetery that's there. Because all of the names throughout the town is in that cemetery. Are buried in that cemetery. So we're going to do something historical with that cemetery because the Dolton Park District is about to come up to 100 years. 100 years the Dolton Park District will turn in 2027. So within this 2026 year, we are going to start doing a lot of things involving the community. You guys involved because we have a whole lot of projects that's happening here. So we're gonna keep you guys involved. We're gonna be doing things. So when you see, if we don't have your email address, please make sure we have it because we will be sending out invites. Because we're gonna do a whole lot of things that when we hit that 100 year, we're gonna have a major celebration here at this park. So this will be installed coming in April, these two playgrounds, one at King, one at Meadowlands. Also, our director is pointing to the calendar. A lot of great things are in that calendar. Please make sure you take that and we have your information. Now, let's go over here real quick. So I'm gonna get back to the mayor. So this is the park playground that was installed into the main park. That playground right now is already installed, and it's installed right outside the door here. This playground is within the main park. So that playground is already installed. As you look over here, this is the Dolton Baseball Complex. It's no longer Dolton Riverdale, it's the Dolton Baseball. The Dolton Park District has the rights to that park over there 100%. It's no longer a Riverdale Park. It's the Dolton Park District Park over there now. So we're going to demo all that property over there, flatten that whole land out over there, and start installing this baseball. Hopefully this is going to start rolling in 2026. This is the new baseball complex that's going to come up on 138th Street. I'm going to move back here. This is phase 2 of Blackstone Park. Phase 2 of Blackstone Park. Phase 1 happened already. A lot of you was invited out to the opening of phase 1. What phase 1 did for that park was put in a brand new playground, put in a walking trail, a pavilion, some game boards, some things over there, and open it up to the community so that the community can come in and rent that park over there. And this is also a part of phase 2 over at Blackstone. And what's going to happen is we're going to put a brand new baseball field over there and a walking trail. What I did not mention, that we do have a grant certificate that was just approved, for the parking lot out here. 188,000 grant was just approved to put a parking lot right outside this door here. So that is going to happen this spring. We're working on getting the renderings to go get that together. That is going to happen this spring, a parking lot. So it will be an easier way for you to walk around the building to get into the building because we have a parking lot located there and a parking lot located here. So we have a lot of great things on this weekend. Yes, we also got another grant just yesterday. I know you guys have been looking at Menards. All the charging stations at Menards. So we will have charging stations coming here at the Park District. EAD charging stations coming here. It's going to be here, located at the main parking lot, as well as located here at this parking lot and over at Eagles Park. And let's talk about Eagles Park real quick. Yes, we have a bike trail we're mixed with. So that is coming. The bike trail will take you all the way out to Elson.
No, it goes from Alpha all the way to Vernon, all the way out to,
Lockport.
Vernon Trail, that way. It goes all the way down to Lockport, Joliet, from that way. It will extend from Joliet all the way to Vernon, all the way to downtown. You'll be able to literally ride a bike from Joliet all the way through downtown.
Yes. So that we are engaged in that. And one of the things we are negotiating right now with Needles Park. I know everyone been asked the big question, what is going on in Needles Park? We are engaged with several contractual individuals talking about Needles Park. And some of the things is talking about Top Shelf Golf is talking about entertaining that, and a few more other different things coming. There's a sports complex coming over there. So a lot of things that we're talking about engaged with in Needles Park. Let's jump on the taxes real quick. I know she said that you guys look at your tax portal and your share in your tax portal. I can truly stand here and say that Dolton Park District haven't touched your taxes over in 30 years.
Wow.
30 years. We making it do what it do to what we receive it. I'd like to thank our state senator Napoleon Harris, state representative Thaddeus Jones, Will Davis. They have been doing a lot of work for us. We got over almost $500,000 in grants to replace the vehicles that were pretty much outdated. You know, so you see the new vehicles driving around. So we had that, those grants that came in to replace those things. So we have a lot of things that's going on. So we want to keep you informed. We want to keep you updated. We want you guys to stay engaged. We want to continue to communicate. Please take that calendar and see some of the things that's going on. We're going to continue to work with you. And just don't show up at our meetings with the drama. Please come in our meeting and say, hey, I just want to come here to understand what's happening in the community. And we're working with our partners here at the Village of Dolton to create a major intergovernmental agreement with the Park District and the village to keep things going for services for you guys. So when you come into our park, we want you to feel safe. We want you to feel safe. We don't want you to take your kids outside of Dolton. We bring the kids here where you pay your taxes at.
Yes.
So we're working with our partners here, so we're going to continue to keep you engaged, I'm calling Mr. President, Mr. Mayor. All right, thank you, sir.
Everybody, if you filled out the tax appeal form, they're actually leaving, you can turn it in, I didn't know. But you can go out there and turn it into them.
Okay, and with the tax forms as well, I will ask for anybody that successfully receives a tax deduction, please just do a quick notification to the mayor's office, jhouse@vodalton.org. We really do want to make sure that we're able to just demonstrate that these efforts and these presentations are meaningful, and it also lets Commissioner Rogers have another feather in his cap for all the great work that they're doing. So please, we want to be able to celebrate all the successes that we're having. So please, again, email them just a quick one-liner, thanks for the property tax, it helped. And to send it to jhouse@vodalton.org. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to ask, we have amazing chaplains that work for the Village of Dolton. And through our chaplain's office, Pastor Fleshman was successful in getting 20 upgraded bulletproof vests, armor. Okay, I'll make sure I'm saying this right with the commander here. It's for our police officers to make sure that they have up-to-date, custom-fitted armor, so that way they can be safer in their travels. So I want to commend to Pastor Fleshman and Trustees Jan.10 for leading that initiative. Separately from that, I'm pleased to ask Elder White, recently elevated from within the Valley Kingdom Ministries to the status of elder, to talk about all the great work that she is also working on for the chaplain's office.
I placed this on the tables, and if you did get one, please see me. January 23rd of this year is going to be our first Community Night of Prayer. Community Night of Prayer is going to be every month from now on. It will not be quarterly, it will be every month. Who believes in the power of prayer? Every hand should be up. Because without somebody praying for you, you wouldn't be here. And so, as one of the chaplains of the village, we are going to have prayer every month. And every month you will receive a monthly calendar. And on that calendar, it will be different topics that you will be able to pray in the privacy of your own home, with your family, your friends. We will be praying for our community. We will be praying for the police department. We will be praying for the fire department. We will be praying for the staff at Village Hall, for the staff at Public Works. We will be praying for the sick and shut-in. We will be praying until heaven gets the news.
Amen.
Because our town has to be saturated in prayer now. Our town has been through so much. And so this is a new season, this is a new year, and we want to do something totally different. I have assembled members from just about each church. I'm still working on a couple of churches here in the community to have an intercessory team. And with that intercessory team, they will be going to the different departments within our village. They will be going to the senior homes, the nursing homes, and they will be initiating prayer. And so it is not just about us. I want to make sure that everyone in this community knows that somebody is praying for them. We will also be initiating a thing to where if you have a death in your family, you will be able to contact the chaplain's office and someone from our team will come and see you and have prayer with you. We will also attend homegoing services for you. We will also come and visit your loved ones in the hospital, hospice care. The same thing that you would have someone do at your home church. The chaplain's office is going to do that for the village of Dolton. We want to let you know that we are concerned about you and that you are just not in this by yourself when you have sickness or death. There will be a resolution that will be given from the village of Dolton when you have a homegoing. It's not just for the public officials. And so the chaplain's office is going to do something totally different that has never been done in the village of Dolton. And so I'm just grateful for Mayor House and the Board of Trustees in trusting me to do something different within our community. And I thank all of you all. So please come out to Dolton Community Prayer, January 23rd at 6:30. It's going to be at Pastor Fleshman's Church, Abundant Living Christian Center, 14520 Lincoln Avenue. And each month that we have Dolton Community Prayer, it will be at a different location. We are going to utilize what we have in this community. We have several churches within our community. We're going to fellowship with those churches. They're going to host Dolton Community Night of Prayer. And Dolton Community Night of Prayer will also be at some of the senior homes as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elder White, for all that you've been doing and continue to do and feel called to service. So next, I'm going to open up the floor for trustees Norwood or Speed. They have the comments.